Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna also drink coffee.
Yeah, so this one is kind of karakuchi, but this is good though. It's actually better than the other kagatobi I've had before.
Yeah.
Gokukan junmai. Oh, that's why. So it's made in like super cold junmai. That's why it tastes so good. Cold sake is the best. Okay.
I love sake so much.
I know, right? Yeah, this is like we're doing back to back to back to back. So
that's why I needed a coffee.
Yeah, right.
We've already drank a bottle, and then we just had lunch.
Yeah,
and so I had a beer with lunch also.
dude, yeah, you're a monster, man.
I need something to kind of take me a little bit closer to gravity.
Yeah, right.
Closer to ground level.
So there's the coffee for you.
Yep.
So today we were going to talk about Valentine's Day in the States versus Japan.
Yeah.
So I want to start off with, do you have any fun Valentine's Day stories being in Japan? That's not going to get picked up by the mic, so don't worry about it. It's the neighbors. Man. So like this is the apartment, the neighbors are like gaijin, and they play video games or something, so every once in a while you hear them go, oh no! Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so much in Japan.
Yeah.
My only real experience with Valentine's Day has been like when I was in a relationship with my ex and my current wife. What did we do for Valentine's? I should remember. Oh, you know what? She made a terrible chocolate cake.
Which one?
My wife.
Your current wife. Okay.
My current wife.
Sorry, not your current wife, but like the person you're with now is what I mean.
My wife now. Bless her. She tried so hard.
Yeah.
So it was Valentine's Day last year, and we were just newly a couple. I met my wife last November.
You mean 2 Novembers ago?
No, Oh, yeah.
Last November is 2 months ago.
Oh, my God.
It's been a year.
Wow. That's crazy. Time flies.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 Novembers ago. And so she invited me over to her apartment, and she was going to cook food.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went over there, and what did she make?
A chocolate cake, right?
Well, yeah, but we're getting there. She made... Oh, we had nabe.
Okay.
That's what we... So the nabe was fine, except there was no flavor to it, but... Yeah.
There is a flavor. It's just probably you didn't taste it.
I like nabe. I'm not saying nabe doesn't have a flavor. I'm saying her nabe didn't have a flavor.
Okay.
Which even she would admit.
Okay.
She's not really good at flavoring stuff.
Yeah, well,
if I'm being honest.
So to be honest, like when I first married Natsumi 6 years ago...
Yeah.
It's been 6 years already.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I was a better cook than she was. Because like I had a better sense, and like I didn't need to follow recipes. I could just go by...
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't...
But now she's a much better cook than I am.
That's good.
It just takes time, man.
She... What did Natsumi make last time?
Custard? For the crepes.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cooked a couple stuff that I've eaten. It's pretty good.
It is really good. I'm very blessed.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Yui, so if Yui really like cares about being the housewife who likes cooking, like as time goes on, she's gonna get a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if that ends up happening.
But yeah, so for Valentine's Day,
she made nabe, and I remember before I even had the nabe, like she like tasted it and she's like, oh, there's no flavor in this.
Oh.
But here you go. I served you a bowl. Please eat this. And I'm just like, you just told me there's no flavor in this, and now you're expecting me to eat a whole bowl? So I ate a whole bowl.
Yeah, right.
Because that's what you're supposed to do as a man. You eat your wife's cooking even if it sucks. That's a rule.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's a rule.
Okay.
You just gotta accept that.
Yeah, of course.
And but yeah, so I ate her bad nabe, and oh shoot, she's actually started watching these videos. So she might watch this.
Yeah, I know, dude. I mean, we've drunk a bit.
Your food's good. Don't worry.
You need to guard your speech a bit, man.
A little bit.
Yeah.
No, she would admit it though.
Yeah.
That nabe wasn't super great.
Yeah.
But anyways, enough about the nabe. So. All right. So she tried making a chocolate cake in So, okay, she's got this like heat. Was it the heater pad?
Yeah, heater pad. Yeah.
Yeah. And she put a pot on it, right? And she just put a lid on it, and she tried making a chocolate cake that way. And it turned out just being like a steamed pancake.
Okay. Which isn't bad necessarily.
But it was super dry.
Okay.
So instead of making a chocolate cake, what she ended up making was a brown pancake. That
was a little dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, it really wasn't a big deal. We had a good time and we enjoyed things and everything. But it's like when I think of Valentine's Day here in Japan, that's what I think about. Yeah, I think of like just this like not even circular. It's like a weird shaped dark pancake. That's my image of Valentine's Day.
You know, it's funny. It's funny because you say that, right? And we're talking about it like but like we're talking about like the things that our wives did for us or our partners did for us, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like in the States, Valentine's Day is the opposite. Valentine's Day is when the guy needs to step up, do everything. So like I'll tell you, like for me, it was really interesting because I remember when I studied Japanese and I talked with my teacher about difference in Valentine's Day and how the girls make the guys chocolate and stuff. I'm like, wait, the guys don't do anything? Like, no, you guys get the chocolate. And it's like, this is awesome. And then they said, oh, and then there's White Day. Yeah. You know? Whereas like in America, there's no White Day. So it's like Valentine's Day, the guys do everything. But I it's when I had a girlfriend in college and this was actually before we were dating and I asked her out. On a Valentine's Day. And so like in Seattle, she was working at she's working somewhere. I found out where she worked and I bought a rose and I was waiting for her to finish her shift. Yeah. And she came out and I had that rose there and I was like, let's go out on a date. She's like, oh, okay. And then that's how we started dating, right? But like in the States when you do Valentine's Day, you're expected to like not necessarily for your friends, but for your lovers or for like your partners, the guy does this stuff. Like, so it's kind of expected. Like now, if I were to do Valentine's Day in the States, it'd be expected that I would take my wife out to dinner. And like I would prepare a lot of things for her. It's like me giving to her, right?
Yeah. Well, it comes from the whole chivalry thing.
Yeah.
Where typically when it comes to romance, the man does everything. Yeah, in Western culture. Where I think in Japan it's actually the opposite. Yeah. Like when it comes to romance in Japan, it's like usually the woman does everything. Yeah. Like the man, like traditionally here in Japan, is like men are very, very stoic. Yeah. And there's not a lot of expression of like love. Yeah, right. And so like the woman doing like preparing food and doing that kind of thing is like an expression of like I care for you a lot. Yeah. So it's really funny because like I didn't really understood that. I still thought in Japan like I knew the concept of girichoko or whatever, but I remember when I did Valentine's Day at Aogaku, and I had a couple of female friends, and I never really hung out with them. They were just kind of like my acquaintances. Yeah. And like 3 of them gave me chocolate. And I was like, wait, does this mean like they all really like me and they want to go out with me? And like, I hope not, because my students give me chocolate on.
Yeah, I know, but I got confused and like I was like, so like do you want to go out? Since I'm like, no, I'm just giving you chocolate. I'm like, wait, what? Like I got really confused because it's like, because normally like if you do like in America, it's like you really only do that stuff for like your lovers or the people who are close to you.
Yeah, outside of like at school where you have like everyone gives their Valentine's.
Okay, when you're in like, I was going to talk about this in elementary school. What was Valentine's Day like in elementary school for you in the States?
I don't know. It was a very confusing time for me. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, because like I always like read too much into the Valentine's Day cards. So like in America, you like, especially when you're in school, typically like elementary school, you'll give everyone a little card that you buy.
So it's like decided by the school, by the teacher, that you have to give a Valentine's Day thing to everyone because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah. So you have to give it to everyone. You have to make a Valentine's Day card for everyone, right? Mm-hmm. And these Valentine's Day cards will range from like really elaborate to just simple, like Happy Valentine's Day. And like all the boys would always pick out, like for me, I always pick the Star Wars Valentines.
Yeah. So you have to describe what they looked like.
So they basically they were like, it was a normal card, right? But on the outside of the card, usually, especially for kids, there would be like some kind of pop culture like image.
Yeah.
Right. In my case, I always got the Star Wars cards. So there'd be like Darth Vader on the outside.
Yeah.
And like most of the Valentine's Day cards would have like some kind of like Valentine's Day pun or a joke.
Yeah.
And it'll be like, the dark side is strong, but not as strong as my feelings for you.
Yeah, right.
Or something something dumb like that.
Yeah.
Right. But I love those, right?
Yeah.
And so I would get those kind of Valentine's Day cards, and I would give them to like my friends and everything. And but I remember like the girls in my class that gave me those Valentine's Day cards. Like I would always like read too much into the messaging. Like if they wrote anything other than just their name on the card, I'd be like, oh my God,
maybe she like me.
She actually wrote Happy Valentine's Day on the card. This must mean love. There's only one way that might. Why would she take the extra time? It already says Happy Valentine's Day on the card.
Yeah, right.
Why would she take the extra time to write Happy?
This is when we're like 6, 7, 8, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. So I just want to double check, like for you, because like East Coast and West Coast in the States is actually quite different. Like
really?
When I talk to you, I realize it because so we had that too. But our Valentine's Day things, they were more, instead of just like cards, they were like little pouches that were maybe like this big or whatever that had mini cards in them. And we would like put those candy hearts that say like love you or
usually we would put like candies and stuff.
Yeah.
But like everyone just had a box.
Okay.
So you would drop the card in the box and just throw the candy in. So the card usually wasn't attached to the candy.
Yeah, because for us it was like a little envelope that held the card, but it also had enough like you could put in like a couple of those candy hearts.
Oh, really?
And then you'd put those in.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so like everything came as like a package. So like you would open it, you'd look at the card, you'd look at the candies and see if the message had any special meaning to it, and then you'd read the card. And I never felt that way because no one liked me when I was in elementary school. Yeah. So like how does that contrast to like your experience in Valentine's Day here?
So here in Japan, and keep in mind I don't have any experience working at a co-ed school.
Yeah.
So I think my experience is a little biased. Well, probably a lot biased actually. Because I work at an all-girls school. Yeah. So you don't see like romance at all, obviously. But Valentine's Day is kind of like everyone. It's kind of like I wouldn't say Secret Santa, but it's very much similar to Secret Santas, and like everyone in my class would prepare like a little like goodie bag for all their classmates.
Can you describe what Secret Santa is?
So Secret Santa is basically like a group activity where the group will put the names of everybody in the group, and then
it's a Christmas time thing, right?
Yeah, this is a Christmas time thing. And you'll put everybody's name inside a bag or a box or whatever, and then each person picks like a piece of paper with the person's name on it. And so the idea is you have to buy that person a gift.
Yeah.
And but you don't tell the person who the gift is from. Right? And so during Valentine's Day, it's a very similar thing.
Okay.
Like, so everyone in my class would randomly pick a name, and then they buy that person a gift. But it'd be like, instead of Christmas, it would be Valentine's Day themed.
Yeah, so like Secret Valentines or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And like, what kind of gifts would they get?
Just like cheap, like dollar store stuff.
Okay.
Like, they're still high school students. They don't have any money, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So like, for you, like, when you, so like for you, you didn't have any sort of like shocking Valentine's Day experiences where like, oh, this is so different from the States?
Oh, you know what? No. However, I do have a fun Valentine's Day story.
Okay.
Well, it's more of like a tragic but also fun.
Okay.
So when I was in high school, my friend that I used to. So okay, let me add some context to this story. So I lived really far away from my high school.
Okay.
I lived about 2 hours away.
Like one way?
It was about an hour and a half one way. Yeah.
Wow.
So I went to a private aviation high
Yeah,
school,
right. Yeah,
right. And so it was a very long commute. And so there was a couple people who rode the city bus with me. And so one of the people was one of my friends. And there was this Ukrainian girl at my school that my friend had a huge crush on. Just huge crush on. Right? And every single day he talked about her. What was her name? Alyssa. Yeah. It was like Aliska, like Petronovikov, whatever.
The kind of like
whatever
Russian,
Eastern European names. Anyways, so he had a huge crush on Alyssa, and like I remember, it was like we just got back to school in January, and then this was sophomore year, so this is after our first year in high school, and I remember he's like, all right, this Valentine's Day, I'm gonna express my feelings to her, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if you should do that, dude. Yeah. I don't think she likes you at all. And he's like, no, it's okay. I'm just gonna do a really romantic gesture for her, and she's gonna love me for it. I'm just like, I don't know if that's how that works, man. Because it's like, for me, like, I pretty much regularly dated. Yeah. Like I had a girlfriend, like I mentioned, in elementary school, and there was a couple girls I liked in junior high, and then high school I had girlfriends, but my friend at the time has never had a girlfriend.
Okay,
and so like
so he doesn't know how it works.
His idea of romance was like what you see on TV, where like guy does like giant gesture for girl, and girl falls in love with him instantly. And so I'm just like, maybe you should at least like let her know. Before, just so
just hint.
At least. You know, and he's like, no, it's, you don't understand. Like, trust me, I'm just gonna do this on Valentine's Day, and it's gonna work. And I'm just like, all right, dude, you know what? You do you, man. And so Valentine's Day happens, and I remember getting on the bus that day, and we're getting on the bus, and I used to go to school super early in the morning and wake up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah, right.
Get on the bus. So get on the bus at 6 a.m. and I'm walking to the back of the bus, and I see my friend, and he has this enormous teddy bear. Like, literally, I'm not even making this up. It's the same size as him. Oh, and he's a short guy.
Okay.
But this teddy bear's still like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, right. It's huge.
Right? It's probably, what is it, 4 feet? Like 150 centimeters or something?
Yeah, about that.
Anyways, so this giant teddy bear, and I'm just like, oh, this is gonna go so badly.
Yeah, right.
And so we get to school, and like I remember on the entire bus ride there, my buddy's just like, this is gonna work, I'm convinced. I'm just like, good luck, man. Good luck. I'm rooting for you. And so like we get to school, and I remember I was walking next to my friend, and finally we see Alyssa turn the corner. She just gets like, she got dropped off by her parents, and she's like walking into the school, and she sees him with the teddy bear, and he's like, Alyssa. And I'll never forget the reaction on her face. It just went like, she had this like expression of like happiness, and then she saw my friend, and it just instantly changed to shock and then horror as she realized what was happening. And I kid you not, she immediately turned around and sprinted for the bathroom. I'm not even talking about turned around and walked. I mean, like full on like gym class sprint,
man,
to the bathroom. And I remember my friend, again, this poor dumb guy, like just did not take the hint. So he's like, oh, well, maybe she has to go to the bathroom.
Maybe she just had to go to the bathroom. Well, I mean, come on, guys are like that, you know.
I'm just like, dude, just quit while you could still salvage this, please.
Yeah.
Like, so he literally just waited outside of the bathroom for her.
No.
Yeah, I'm not even making this up. Finally, she has to get out because eventually she has to go to class, right? She finally comes out of the bathroom, sees him waiting, and she just accepts her fate.
Yeah,
at this
right.
She's just like, I just got to deal with this, I guess. And so he ends up giving her the teddy bear, and it was just the most awkward day ever because she's like bringing this teddy bear around in class, and it's like it's way too big to like be convenient to bring anywhere.
Yeah, right.
And she doesn't even want it, and she's very obvious that she doesn't want it.
Yeah,
it's just like. I remember going home that day, and my friend was like pretty bummed out. It's like, oh, she kind of rejected me. And I remember at the end, he's just like, well, I mean, like maybe she'll warm up to it. And finally, I just had enough. I was like, dude, no, she doesn't like you.
Yeah,
like it's time to move on from this, man.
Yeah, right.
Like, God, it was.
It's tough because it's like Valentine's Day. Even so, that's like a story from when you were in elementary school, right?
High school.
Oh, high school. Okay, so that's like a real thing. Okay, yeah. So like Valentine's Day really is like the day where guys step up.
Yeah,
and they are like, okay, I'm really gonna commit to this. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna just go for it, and they get rejected.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
like Valentine's Day in Japan is like. So much nice. Like I remember, like so my my wife and I our anniversary. So the day we got married was the 19th February.
Yeah,
and I arrived on February 18th.
Mm-hmm.
But she still had chocolate ready for me as like a belated Valentine's Day gift. And like,
let me ask you this question: does your wife still get you stuff for Valentine's Day?
No. No, but I mean, like, here's the thing, right? So, so we still did stuff for each other, like, in the third year or fourth year. But, like, I don't know. I feel like our relationship has, like, transcended that.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so I don't. So it's funny because a lot of people talk about, oh, the excitement in the relationship is gone and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but it's a lot better now than it was before. Because, like, this is, so, like, of course, things were maybe more exciting before, but now, like, we're at baseline, but our baseline is much higher than it was before. So, like, this is pretty nice, actually.
Yeah. I think there's a lot less expectation now.
Yeah.
And I think it makes the relationship more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, like, so the key to having, like, a good marriage is to not expect things from each other, you know? But yeah, but still, like, so we, actually, so for Valentine's Day, I do stuff for her because we're like American, you know. And I like doing that too. Like I like kind of going out there and like doing stuff for her, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really different from Japan. But one thing that I am happy about that that you don't like well, the thing that actually kind of stresses me out is the whole White Day situation. Because like in the States, there's no White Day. Like the guy just put out and then. There's no expectation of like return, but in Japan it's like, oh yeah, if you don't do anything for White Day, then you're a jerk. And I didn't.
And you're double a jerk because it's like at least if you don't do something for Valentine's Day in America, it's like okay, well you should have done something, but whatever.
Yeah.
But in Japan, it's like nah, she did something for you,
so now you have to.
Now you have to do it,
which is how I lost a lot of female friends when I was here because I didn't do anything for White Day and I didn't realize I had to do something. You know? I didn't realize it was that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the whole White Day thing?
Not. I mean, kinda.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what we did last year. I think we just sorry, I've drank a lot. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
I think we just drank and went to a restaurant.
That's like the ultimate right there. You just get some drinks and go to a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yui is super chill, man.
Yui is
super chill, man.
She is I love that woman. She's just okay with anything.
Yeah.
She just goes with the flow with whatever. But yeah, and you know what? I think I made tacos
Oh, you made tacos
for Valentine's Day.
Oh, so you did something for her for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, because she cooked for me, so I think I cooked for her.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. This year I'm planning on doing something a little different because like we're actually officially married now, but our wedding is in March, and it's on March 20th.
March 20th. Great.
And obviously White Day is in the beginning of March. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully she doesn't see this video until then, but
hopefully,
it's whatever. I've talked to her about this anyways, but I'm gonna buy her wedding bands.
Nice.
And give them to her on White Day.
Oh,
so
cool.
It's gonna be a little bit more special this year.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. And it'll be close to our wedding date.
Yeah.
So, it'll be a little bit more ceremonial, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's funny how it's like, like in the States, like the concept of White Day wouldn't even like come to our minds like, oh, I gave you something, so you need to give me something back. But it just shows you how like the culture is so different. Like it's still very much here. It's like still very much like man-centric, where even like the White Day thing is like the guys still have to give something back, but it has to be more expensive than like what the girls did for you, because it's like, hey, we're the men, We're like, this is screw that. Just do something nice for your girl on Valentine's Day and like just be done with it. She probably works very hard, to help out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why even though I live in Japan, I'm like Western Valentine's Day all the way.
Yeah. I actually prefer Japanese Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for a completely selfish reason, I'll admit, but I have a hard time remembering stuff.
So you forget Valentine's Day?
Yeah, so I forget Valentine's Day all the time. Like, and like luckily, my wife's birthday is very easy to remember because it's the same day as my friend's birthday. And so her birthday is October 15th. Yeah. So like it's super easy to remember because it's like my friend was my childhood friend, so it's like October. Okay. But if her birthday wasn't, like I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I'd never remember it.
Okay.
Right? I'm just terrible with dates. And Valentine's Day is really good in Japan because it's like a 1 month reminder. It's like,
right.
Hey, all right, get your shit together and get ready for White Day.
Yeah, right. Okay, so it's like a 1 month like prep. Okay.
Yeah. So I like that because if I were doing American Valentine's Day, dude, I would never. It just
suddenly comes up on you. I get that. It's like holy crap! It's February 10th. I have 4 days.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah. It's the same thing with anniversaries too. Like,
dude, well, anniversaries are different because like anniversaries, everyone has a different anniversary, but Valentine's Day is always the same no matter what.
That's true.
But so one thing though I wanted to ask you is so like in Japan for Valentine's Day, you have the image of like giving chocolate, and actually I was surprised at how many people like make their own chocolate. Like Natsumi made her own chocolate
did that
for me
too. Yeah.
But in the States, like what are common Valentine's Day gifts?
Teddy bear,
chocolate.
Yeah.
Did you ever give roses? I was a rose guy.
Dude, roses are expensive.
That's why you buy them for your girl on Valentine's Day.
Nah, just get like a $15 teddy bear and a box of chocolates. Like,
man,
don't me.
No, come on, you cheapo, man. Well, actually, teddy bears can be like pretty expensive.
No, you don't get the expensive teddy bear. You get like the QFC whatever.
So
like $10.
So we've learned from this episode that Austin is a cheapo.
What we have learned is that money is not everything, and it's the message that you're sending.
Oh, I didn't want to spend so much money on you, so take this cheaper teddy bear. Is that the message?
But I wrote a nice message on the letter, so screw you.
No, but like, so I get that because like, so when Natsumi and I first got married, I was making like no money, and
it's not about the money for me. Like, I'm not a catchy guy.
Catchy, yeah.
Then in fact, I went on a before I met my wife. This was like a year before I met her. I met a girl. And I suggested going out to a place. I suggested we go to Torikizoku on our first date, and she called me catchy and didn't talk to me after that. And I got really upset about that.
Yeah,
because for me, it's not about being like cheap. Like I'll spend money on someone. That's not. I don't care about money. Money's meaningless to me. But for for me, it's just like, I don't want to invest in a person I don't know very well.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not about to spend thousands of dollars on somebody like I just met.
It's good you dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say though about like money and stuff is like, so when I bought Natsumi her engagement ring, like I didn't have very much money, but I wanted to do something that was meaningful. So I got like our birthstones and like a couple diamonds.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually pretty cheap, but when I looked at more expensive ones, they didn't have any in like the arrangement that I wanted, unless it was like multiple thousands of dollars, which like I didn't have money back then for that. But
we didn't do any engagement ring either.
Yeah, well, I mean,
like so to be fair, I actually talked to Yui about this. I was like, "Do you want an engagement ring?" She's like, "No, it's a waste of money." I'm just like, "Yep, that's why I'm marrying you. That's why I'm marrying you."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I want wedding bands though, because you know,
of course, you don't have wedding bands.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I gotta tell you. So like I didn't have very much money, but I went for like the extra thick wedding bands.
Yeah.
It's actually one thing that I do. I subconsciously compare the wedding band size to like other guys when they're wearing something. Like, oh, you didn't dish out that much.
Look at that thin wedding band.
Well, no, because like
what a thin marriage you're in.
No, but it's just like, I mean, that's just something that I do.
I mean, I'm gonna probably just get cheap aluminum wedding bands.
Aluminum?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Some kind of shiny metal. It doesn't need to be silver, whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just a symbol more than anything else. But yeah, dude, I think we've hashed out Valentine's Day as much as we can.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about next time?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you can think about it.
We'll think about it.
Sounds good, man.
I need to think about these more. I feel like I say I don't know every time.
It's fine, man.
All right.
We'll get to it.